is the new car I just bought. So this is a 98 Impreza Outback Sport, and I've been looking for some sort of a wagon to be able to throw some bikes in, and these are awesome because the seats fold down so you can fit a lot of stuff in them. So it's good for getting parts or going on a road trip. And the reason why I bought this one is it needs a little bit of work, so I got it for a really good price, and the body's in really good shape. So as you can see here, the paint is really good. It's still extremely glossy. Even the roof doesn't have any fading at all, which is pretty uncommon for these because these Subaru paint's not the greatest, especially being black. There's only one dent here, but I should be able to pop it out from the inside. Has a few door dings, but other than that, it's actually in really good shape. So someone took care of this thing. And let's go around the front. So this is a Sport, so it does have the hood scoop. This is a different hood than the original hood, because I noticed on the inside it's green. So I thought maybe it was an accident, but when I first looked at it, I checked everything, and it wasn't hit. A lot of this stuff is original on it, so I don't know if maybe the original hood was really faded, or maybe it was dented on top, but they replaced it at some point, and it was painted. It does have some orange peel, but it was definitely painted at a shop and not like a spray can, so it doesn't look bad. Once I buff it, it should look really good. As you can see, I already have parts everywhere. This is where I work on my car now. I don't have a garage, and this is just a temporary place, so I kind of just threw this up so I could at least have a little bit of shade. It's pretty ghetto, but works for now. I'm just not going to put much time into it because this is just a temporary place. But still want to be able to work on cars a little bit, so it does its job. So here is the engine. This is just an EJ22, super basic engine, very reliable, slow, but if you're just using it to get around, it should be fine. And the reason why I got this thing for so cheap is the guy that sold it to me said that the clutch went out, and the clutch is on the floor. And these are mechanical driven clutches, so there's no slave, it's just a cable. And what's really common is the clutch fork there will bend and crack, and then the clutch won't engage. So that's what happened. I shined a light down in there, and you can actually see the crack, so it's pretty bad, and it's bent. So that's what's wrong with it. Don't think it's the actual clutch, it's just that clutch fork. But I am gonna probably just put a clutch in it because I'm about to pull this engine. So I already removed most of the stuff. It only took about an hour. As you can see, it's already split open there. Really, all I have to do is move the AC compressor out of the way because the AC does work really good. So I don't want to open up the system, so I'm just going to move it to the side. Same with the power steering, just unbolt it, move it to the side, undo the electrical connections, and this engine's ready to come out. So they're really easy to get out. So what else? I'll go ahead and show you a couple things. Oh yeah, so it does have teen coilovers, the Flex Z's. They look like they're in good shape, so I'm gonna actually take off one of the wheels and check them out, and those are gonna go on my GC just because they're pretty nice coilovers, and they have camber adjustments, which I need on my car because I'm going a little wider tire, so I'm definitely going to need those. It does have white line camber bolts in the back, which I'm going to take off this thing too. So I'm really pumped on the coilovers because I think new you get them for like $900, and I got this car for around that price, so I think I kind of just bought this thing as a parts car, so worst case scenario I could just take parts off it and not really lose any money. Here too, it has Inferno header, so it sounds really good. Actually, this car sounds really good. It has a really good rumble, so these headers are really nice. This one's definitely used, but these things are built really well. As you can see, there's a couple different parts or pieces to it, and it fits perfectly, and it bolts right to the OEM cat. So that if you guys are looking for a single overhead cam header to get some rumble, Inferno is a really good brand, and it has a full exhaust system on it. It actually has a HKS custom exhaust on it, so it's actually really well done. But as you can see here, it has a HKS high power on it. It's all done up. This is the same exhaust muffler I have on my GC, so pretty cool. In the back has a subwoofer, has a really nice stereo, which is another reason why I bought it, because if I don't keep it in this thing, I'm actually going to put it in my GC. So another reason why I bought this was honestly for the sound system. It has Hertz speakers up front, all throughout and in the rear. Has 2 amps underneath the seats that I'm going to pull out. I already took the shift boot out of here because I put it on my car. It had one of the really cool 90s one, the rubber one, so I took that out and put it in my GC. And then it did have a cob shift knob on it, which is pretty cool. It has this really ugly Momo steering wheel that I'm going to take off. I actually have my stock RS steering wheel in my basement that I'm going to throw on this thing. As you can see, it's in really good shape. It was definitely well taken care of. It has 04 WRX seats in here. They fit all right. I'll probably try to find some GC seats to put in it. With the rear, as you can see, it has a lot of room. These wagons are really cool because they're not that big. It's still a small car, but it's awesome because you can fold the seats down and fit a lot of stuff in them. So kind of the main reason why I bought it. I really haven't gone through this thing too much. It has like 190,000 miles I think on it, and it's fully tinted. I'll go ahead and show you the back too. So I've been kind of working on it a little bit. So it has an amp underneath there. I was actually, the radio didn't work when I first got it, but it was just a blown fuse on this amp. So I just went ahead and replaced that. There's an amp there, and there's an amp under there for just the door speakers, and then one for just the subwoofer. And it's all professionally done, unless the person who wired it was really good at wiring, because everything's tucked and soldered nicely. So let's see if there's that. And close this up. So yeah, I should have this thing back together. I'm just waiting on the parts right now. I just got it home and I honestly just started pulling it apart, and within an hour I already had everything off it. So I'm just waiting on some parts right now, and then I'm going to throw it in it, and then take this thing for a drive, make sure everything's working good, and then swap it over. And I'm not really sure what my plans for it as far as mods go. I definitely want to undo or not undo, I want to redo the bumpers and the side, because it's gray, with vinyl wrap. So I'm just going to vinyl wrap that black. I have black vinyl wrap already, so it shouldn't be too bad to do. And that way it's just a single color scheme, just all black. And I want to get a front lip for this thing, and maybe a few other things. I'm not really sure. I don't know too much about these wagons as far as styling goes, on what works as far as like side skirts and stuff like that. So if you have one, let me know what's some good exterior mods to do. Other than that, I'm just gonna get it on the road, and I'll make a video once I start driving this thing around and let you know how it rides. So yeah, stay tuned for some more videos on this thing and some more on my GC. Thanks.